Okay, I mean, there are things that definitely don't make sense at all. But when you actually get to the bottom of the data and what is happening behind the scenes, like, of course, 10% of people, are able to push the share price of a stock like AMC yesterday after beating expectations on earnings, hence dropping 5.6% right at the opening. It doesn't make sense, or it makes perfect sense when you actually know exactly what I'm about to share with you in a second here. Well, AMC disclosed earnings yesterday, and as we kind of expected it was good. It was fantastic. No, it was fantastic. You're not probably reading a lot about it because, well, we all know why, the reason behind it. I mean, Motley Fool, why AMC stock was down today. Okay, we already knew. AMC earnings from Yahoo Finance. Movie chain posts strongest quarterly results in 2 full years. That's pretty much it, folks. That's pretty much it. Nobody is talking about how AMC is now turning the wheel. It's now turning, the faith is now going to be an aggressive, successful company compared to what people were pinning it to be in 2020 when COVID was hitting hard. I barely see articles talking about it. What is even more interesting is when you look at companies like Nordstrom, you look at companies like, I don't know, Ford, you look at companies like Car Gurus, they had fantastic and out of the park beating earnings, and the stock just flight. I mean, Car Gurus took 40%. Nordstrom today took 40% on earnings. Why AMC is not flying? Why? Why AMC is still stuck at $18 a share if 90% of people owning this stock, according to Adam Aaron, are still not leaving? How? Here's the answer. All right. Look, this is a screenshot of the order book. All right. All the orders coming and going for the buy and the sales on AMC stock. And you can look at the timestamp here from 10:58 all the way up to 11. So for pretty much 10 good minutes, you can see that we have the same amount of buys and the same amount of sales. All right. Same amount of buys and same amount of sales. Look, for 13 shares, I'm gonna buy 13 shares at this. Let's look at the very beginning. It began here. So I'm going to buy 13 at 1765, all right? And then I'm going to sell at 1760. And then I'm going to buy again. I'm going to buy again at 1750. But I'm going to sell the exact same amount of shares at 1743. And then I have another double, triple that orders. And then I'm going to sell again. And then I'm going to buy. So you can see that from the moment this whole chain started, the share price dropped from 1764 all the way to 1737. All right. So this is actually the method that algorithm trading looks like, or high frequency trading, HFT, if you will, meaning these are machines stepping up and setting up all of these orders to buy and sell at the very, 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 quantity, but each time dropping the share price a little bit further down. So that's how they're actually able to manipulate the share price. And it doesn't make any sense, because how come 90%, which is almost like everyone owning AMC within retail investors, not even counting the ETFs and the mutual funds and the big guys like the BlackRock or the Vanguards, or even the insiders, all right? I already did the math in a separate video. So how come only 10% of the people outside of retail investors are able to push the share price this much, this quick? Now, the good news is this is about to end. Everything we see here is about to end. Why? Because we have a bunch of new change that are going to change the whole game, not only on how lending and borrowing works, but also on short selling. It's going to be a lot more difficult, a lot more harsh for the short sellers to hide whatever they are doing, as shady business under the table on those dark pools, because in few weeks, when things start kicking off, man, it's going to be the end of it. And maybe then we should see exactly the fair price at which AMC should trade when you have almost everyone buying and holding the stock for so long. I don't want to put a price there, target there, but I think everybody knows what I'm talking about.